Hey man, good morning, everybody. Peace, love, and light. Quick disclaimer: my videos, my content, the information I share is for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough for everybody to do their own research, regardless of how good it sounds. None of us have been alive long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know all there is to learn. With that being said, man, it's gonna be a little short clip. I'm running around taking care of my little errands and whatnot. But I just wanted to share a quick video, man. And the video is regarding change. Change is the name of this video. Now, this ain't gonna resonate with everybody. Whoever it resonate with, deal with it out. How it hits you. But I'm the kind of change I'm referring to is the core of change. I mentioned before in the video that I've done previous to now that the computer basically modeled behind the human brain, how you can compartmentalize information, eradicate information, you can, discard information, you can upload new information, you can boost your own IQ. I mean, it's limitless. There is no better prototype than the human body. It doesn't matter, what you want to relate it to. But back to change. The change I'm referring to is, man, how change actually occurs. You know, the correlation between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. You know, um, Basically, the subconscious mind has us running on autopilot. You know, um, the subconscious mind is a compilation of everything you've experienced and been exposed to. It records everything. Anything the ears hear, the eyes see, the nose smell, the mouth taste, etc. You know, um, so the thing is, in order for you to effectuate or initiate change, one must reprogram the subconscious mind. And that is an internal process that requires awareness, a heightened sense and level of consciousness, so you can, you need to be able to pick up on all of the inner nudges, that you get from your higher self, and depending on how wild you allowed your ego to run, or how strong and, dominant it may be at this present time, even if you, excuse me, even if you hear or notice those nudges, those inner nudges that I'm referring to, you know, anything that don't penetrate ricochet. So it's like, if your lower self, or your ego, or you know is dominant and basically, manhandling your upper, your higher self, and or you're just engulfed in a bunch of negativity, you know intentionally, you instead of looking at the positives, you focus on the negatives, or you just a pessimistic individual, you know on a regular basis, and you've been so for such a long time that it's become second nature. Whatever the case may be, it don't even have to be that, whatever it is. But if your lower self dominates your higher self, then, 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to pick up on these things. And even if you are aware of them, you know, the ego is going, compel you to do otherwise. It's just how it works. But, yeah, so the thing is, man, sometimes to effectuate change, this is where that saying comes, and I didn't coin the phrase, but it just makes so much sense to me, and I've begun using it. Is that elevation requires separation, man? And the reason why is because as you become aware, as your consciousness heightens and rises, you know, you'll start paying attention to things beneath the surface. You'll be able to start, seeing through the little, illusions that society or people set as a facade, you know, as a guise to what's actually really taking place, to mask what's really going on underneath the surface. And again, if your awareness, if the scope of your awareness and consciousness is not where it needs to be, a lot of things are going to get past you. A lot of things. So, it's you know, you have to, like, almost like seclude yourself. That's where, for those of us that are familiar with the term hermit mode, hermit mode consists of you backing up from everything and everybody that you're able to, and still be able to sustain self or whatever or whoever is under your charge, what you're responsible for. That way you can really kind of like tap into self, get in tune with you, the inner you, and begin the process of the reprogramming of the subconscious mind. They say it takes anywhere between 21 and 30 days for you to change the way you think or to incorporate new habits, whereas though they become second nature, just like, some of the bad habits we've grown accustomed to and adopted in our characters, over time or based on circumstances, but see, the thing is, again, in that seclusion, you know, um, in that isolation, you may need to also invest in, some higher vibrational information, some things that enlighten you and broaden your scope of knowledge as to the things that I'm making reference to, whether it be divination, whatever it is, whatever it is that, you as an individual are interested in, initiating within self, and that ain't nobody can help you with that. You have to be clear on whatever it is you want for yourself. Um, but at the end of the day, going through this process where as though you back up from things, and you give yourself time to and by yourself to tap in, and get to know self, you only at that point, in my opinion, you can, approach being able to quiet the mind, because when you quiet the mind and begin to control your thoughts, as opposed to, we all been there, man, my mind, it's always running. It's it don't never stop. It requires effort. It's if you don't do anything, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And conscious, contrary to what some of us may think and believe, you control everything in your existence. The essence of who you are within and underneath the skin, the soul, you know, the mind, the heart, and the stomach, if um, you kind of like, you can't, it's no way that you can get in tune with that if you're continuously distracted, or focusing externally, on this, that, and everything, and just focused on things that have nothing to do with self, whatever the case is, it's, everybody's their own individual, walk their own course. But if you looking to effectuate, or initiate positive changes in your life, it requires a intentional effort. Otherwise, man, you basically letting the universe know that, I'm all right with how things is. Just keep, I'm riding, I'm cool on the waves you sending me. Yeah. So like, I I lived like that a long time, man, and I'm just not with it no more, man. I'm taking sole control and responsibility for everything in my life, man. You know, And it's not an emotional thing, man. It's just is what it is. You know, that's why I say all the time, man. You know, you live yours. I'm gonna live mine. You know, if we could find somewhere to meet in the middle, fine. If we can't, ain't no love lost. But I'm over here doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, you know. But back to the subject. Yeah, man. Elevation definitely requires separation, man, because it's the only way that you can really, get in tune with yourself. And be able to experience things personally, as opposed to taking on somebody else's, you know, ideas, or what have you. Because if it doesn't come from within you, then it's coming from somebody or something external to you. So is it authentically yours? And if it's not, who are you? I don't know if following might be the right word to say, but I mean, like, you're not the author. You somebody else, got a little, uh with them little computer, them boards where they put the, they melt the little things too for the computers and technologies to work. Somebody then added their own little situation on your board. You know, I didn't, I pretty much, I went in with my own tools and disconnected anything that wasn't authentically my doing, and I stepped back and looked at it and decided how I wanted to do it. Then I went on and reattached things to my liking, to what suits me. You know what I mean? And that's just, just like I said, it's a short video. I just wanted to share that, because, a lot of people, man, I know for a long time, man, I mean, since I was 14, I was asking myself, well, what am I, is this all that there is to life? It got to be more than this. I ain't just here for this. You know what I mean? Come on. Running the streets, doing this, doing that, and a lot of dead end situations and affiliations, associations, and relationships. None of this shit was fulfilling. I was just, doing what I was trained and taught to do. It wasn't until I started, saying, well, damn what anybody feel or think. I'm not all right with this, because it's not fulfilling me on a level that's going to bring me happiness, internal happiness, because that's really the only happiness you got. Anything outside of you, somebody definitely can affect you, but they can't create something within you. That is your job, and only you can do that. Somebody can enhance what's already there, but they can't create it. That's something you have to do. So, hopefully, this video resonated with somebody, man. Again, just wanted to put something out, man, because my schedule's kind of tight right now. I'm running around doing a whole bunch of things. Again, creating. I'm putting the foundation in on the kind of life I want to be able to stand on. That's going to be able to stand some weight and ain't going to crumble. Regardless of what kind of pressure I put on it. So yeah, man. Like I said, man. Hopefully it resonates with somebody, man. Somebody can get some value or some benefit out of it, man. Other than that, man, y'all enjoy y'all's day. Take it easy.